Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to my review of tonight's Lucha Underground. And this is Season 3, Episode 26, called A Phoenix to a Flame. And this was a good show tonight. Really enjoyed it. Of course, tonight's Lucha Underground kicked off with the second round of the Cuteo Cup Tournament. We had three matches tonight. The show opened with Jeremiah Crane versus Taya. This was an awesome match. Really loved it. Both of them did a good job in the match. The crowd was really hot for this match, and it was just awesome. The match started with Taya coming in, and she slaps Jeremiah Crane, and it led to Crane, just beating the hell out of Taya, and went outside the ring. He then hit her with a forearm to the head, and Crane then sits Taya down on wooden chairs at ringside. And what was really cool was, when Crane seated Taya down on the wooden chairs, he ran around the ring and he just hurled his entire body into Taya. And that was really awesome to see. And you had Crane, just dominating, and he had tried to attempt a powerbomb on the floor, but Taya ended up escaping into the crowd, and she landed some strikes on Crane. And what was really cool is at the end of the match, Sexy Star came out to distract Taya, and it gave Jeremiah Crane the opportunity to kick Taya in the head, and hit a buckle bomb, and then Jeremiah Crane won the match with a cranial contusion. So it was really awesome. It was a really awesome match. Really loved it. And after the match, you had Sexy Star make her way into the ring. She gets revenge on Taya for costing her a chance to advance in the Cuteo Cup. And she takes out Sexy Star takes out some brass knucks that Taya used against her. And then Sexy Star just lays out Taya with the brass knucks, which was really awesome to end that little thing after the match. But all in all, it was an awesome match. Really loved it. The crowd was hot during the match, cheering on for both of them. It was awesome. And then when Lucha came back from commercial, we saw Fenix backstage training. Aerostar approaches him. Aerostar wishes that he was still in the Cuteo Cup Tournament and that he is supporting Fenix and hopes to see him advance. And they talk about their former partner Drago and how he betrayed them to join Cobra Moon. And then Fenix has faith that Drago will come back around and rejoin them once again. And so yeah, it was a pretty cool segment with them. And next was the second match. It was Muertes versus Paul London. This was an okay match. Started off slow, but then it picked up as it went on. You had the Rabbit Tribe coming in to distract Muertes and give Paul London domination through the match. But it was an okay match. You had the match end with Muertes finishing off Paul London with a spear, and then he laid out Paul London with a flatliner. So Muertes advances to the next round of the Cuteo Cup Tournament. But all in all, it was an okay match. And then after the match, you had Katrina perform the Lick of Death on Paul London. And the crowd just starts chanting "Lucky Bastard," which was funny. And yeah, so this match sets up a match between him and Jeremiah Crane in the next round. So that's going to be really cool to see. And then after when Lucha Underground comes back from commercial, we see Brenda approaching Tejano in a bar, and she wants to drink with him. She ends up telling Tejano that he is boring despite being a brawler and a tough guy. Tejano doesn't really like that, and he gets really upset and breaks a beer bottle with his bare hands. It was pretty cool segment with both of them. Seeing Tejano break that beer bottle. And then the next match was the main event, which was really awesome. Another really awesome match. It was Fenix versus Marty the Moth Martinez. And what was really funny is Marty the Moth. How he has feelings for Melissa Santos, who is the ring announcer. He has this lunchbox that reads Aztec Pride on it, and Marty pulls out food from the lunchbox and he shoves it into Melissa Santos's mouth, and she spits it right back at him, which was funny. And that eventually set up, the match ended up getting underway. It was an awesome match where, Fenix was, taking out Marty the Moth, but yeah, Fenix getting the running start and dive onto him, and then Mariposa ends up, interfering in the match and grabbing Fenix's legs, and she stomps on him, which gets Marty the Moth Martinez to take control of the match. And he had at one part where Marty the Moth was going after Fenix's mask and ripping it off, ripping it one by one, which Mariposa was trying to do the same thing. And then at the end of the match, Fenix ended up hitting ended up pinning Marty the Moth by a roll up. So Fenix wins the match. He advances to the next round of the Cuteo Cup Tournament. And like before the match was over, Mariposa tries to interfere with the lunchbox, and Melissa Santos gets up and grabs Mariposa to prevent her from doing so. And we see Marty the Moth look at Melissa. Looks heartbroken because Melissa's trying to prevent Mariposa from giving Marty the lunchbox. So, but it was an awesome match. Really enjoyed it. And then what happened after the match was really crazy. We had Marty the Moth, hitting Fenix with the lunchbox, and then he starts opening up the lunchbox, and we see he takes out a fork, and then he just starts stabbing Fenix in the forehead with it, busting him wide open. Mariposa ends up holding Melissa, and Melissa Santos forces Mariposa forces Melissa to watch what Marty's doing to Fenix and stabbing him in the head with the fork and busting him open, and she's just screaming and crying at Fenix. And then Melissa just goes over, runs over to check on Fenix after that happens. So it was really crazy what happened after that match. But it was really crazy. So, but yeah. So anyways, Fenix versus Marty the Moth Martinez was an awesome match. Really enjoyed it. Crazy end. What happened after the match. So, but yeah. So anyways, that's it for my review of tonight's Lucha Underground, Season 3, Episode 26, called A Phoenix to a Flame. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and until the next video, I'll see you all later. Bye.